All right. Let's see how this is going. Um, just gonna see how much it is on this. All right. Yeah. 23 seconds. Trying to figure out if it's starting. Oh, so 7 seconds ago. Hello. All right. Bet. Perfect. All right. We're gonna do the prosecutors and if we can get to them, the reclusions tonight. And I've already painted one out of this squad as a base, and we'll see how I go from there. Uh, it doesn't really look good on this camera, but it's good enough for now. Um, so, like I said, we'll leave the reclusions over there for now. Let me get the other two over here if we get to them. But we will start with the paint. What's it called? It's this color shifting pink flash is the flash. It doesn't look like pink. It's a color shifting paint that I got. So we'll grab a little bit of that and put it on our palette. And a little bit of this will go a long way. I've learned that's the glory of like the Walmart brushes and stuff. Put a couple brushes over here. What I might need. Should have set up a little bit better before I did this, but that's just how it goes. And I kind of want to make sure that I got all the pieces of this. I think I did. His shield could use a little bit. Yeah, it goes on kind of pinkish, and the more you spread it around and the more you brush with it, it becomes more of a bluer color. I do really, really like that. Make sure that I get all the tips and tattles up here. Tips and tattles. Uh, with this paint in particular, I've learned that I've got to do multiple like brushes, like just to make sure that it really gets in there, so that it doesn't like pull up pink. It'll pull up pink, and I don't really want that. So we have to do multiple goes with the the paint. Boy, it looks nice, and it kind of messes with the brush a little bit, but that might just be because of the lack of like just the care, I guess. I don't know if that's not like a paint issue. That's a user issue. But oh yeah, these turned out really well, and I'm really really happy that I was talked into buying this paint. It's just a like I said, Walmart craft brand paint. I've been watching that one TikToker who I don't know if he's a TikToker. I know he's a streamer, but he is a TikToker. Do that Bella Chow as he hunts down his bounties and stuff. Watching a lot of him recently, so opera's stuck in my head apparently. That's a lot. Uh, yeah, his face is pretty good. This guy's head's a bit loose, but nothing a little bit of time and effort can't fix. Like I said, it's just lots of lots of strokes. Get it really blended in there really good. It'll lose that pink and become this bluish purple. I mean, I'm not too worried if it stays pink. I like that color. I was kind of hoping that it would stay that color. But hey, I mean, it's a nice little accident that it doesn't stay that color. Clean off clean off the brush here. And then we'll let that dry for a little bit, and we'll start on the sergeant of the Reclusions. I don't really know. I'll be honest. I'm not too big into Age of Sigmar. I did buy these because of I just like the way they look. You can see how pink it comes in and how watery it first starts. Oh, but it turns into this beautiful blue, and we just gotta. It's going on kind of like speed paint at this point, but I don't know. I really like it. I'd say it does take a couple coats before it starts to look as brilliant of a shine. I am going to take my time on the sergeant here, uh, because I take way more time on my sergeants. They're just like the main focus. They stay on the table the longest. But these are the last models you pull. He's got something. Yeah, I'm thinning it way down as I put it on. It does it highlight this paint kind of does just highlight itself, honestly, because it'll pool into like recesses, and it'll be a sharper, it'll be pink in the recesses, and it'll give the models a sort of glow. And then I did choose the what's it called, uh the trident for my sergeant here, mostly because I don't know, I think it looks cool. I wish I had three more tridents. I didn't see he's got a shield. I think I'm gonna do orange for him. I did purple for the last one, and it did okay. It just kind of like blends in with the paint that I'm using. Like this paint just kind of makes it look more blue. Um, or just it blends in. Like you lose all like detail and stuff on on the model with the purple. The purple wings just kind of make it look longer. Like they just make the wings look longer, which I don't have a problem with. I'm gonna try orange on this one, and like I said, gold on this one. I do like my sergeants to be a little bit more pronounced and not colorful, but their armor, they're sergeants for a reason. Their armor is a little bit more uh, ostentatious, in my opinion. I don't know if that's how it will. It doesn't have to be. This is fantasy. I was about to say I don't know if that's how it works in real life. It's probably not. I mean, I know for a fact it's not. Um, but no. I, I really like the round shields as opposed to like the shields on the rest of the Stormcast. clean off my brush a bit, or not clean it off, but just give it a little bit of a break. Um, the rest of my Stormcasts are they're normal colors. This one's just a regular Liberator. And he's just got a shield. I went with red. I just didn't know how they'd look, honestly. And I mean, he turned out okay. I like it. Could be a little bit better on the details of the red, but it's first Stormcast models I've painted, so I'm not too terribly worried. All right, let's get to this back and the wings. Oh, it's such a beautiful shade of blue. I'll put it in my fridge and show. I should give out pictures. Add more details. Another coat down here. Uh-huh. Is that out of Yeah. I've thought about getting a standing desk for painting, but I don't need to be spending enough money to justify buying a standing desk just for painting. But yeah, it goes on real well, just like speed paint. Hmm. I'm wondering if I should do like gold wings and then an accent of something else. I think that might look good actually. Like the wings here instead of a white, turn it into like a gold, and then the wings will be a different color altogether. No, I don't know yet. I think my next model is going to be Centurion. This is for 40K. Centurion Attack Squad, or a Centurion Assault Squad. I think it's called. I don't know off the top of my head. Um, but I think that's going to be my next 40K. And I'm not. I don't know. I've not played a game of Stormcast yet. This is why I'm painting or getting my Stormcast ready. Um, so this will be my first army in them. And I've painted several models before, so it's nice. Go back, add more details, let it accentuate. I I'd like to get a good um, brush for like what's it called, dry brushing, and just go crazy with the gold. I think I don't know if a gold accent would be too good on something like this. I need to make sure you get his face and his chest plate. Well, yeah, he's already coming together. It's very subtle, and once the light gets on it, that's when it really catches. And my cheap $5 webcam is not doing justice for the models. There you go. I have ADHD, so that's going to happen quite a bit. Let me just remembering that I heard that at some point today. I'm going to get into these little nooks and crannies on the inside of his arm, or in the inside of his shoulder where he's carrying the shield. I say he, she. I don't really know what the prosecutors are, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know if they're female or male, or if it specifically says to which. I know the Stormcast can be both, so I just assume that it could be both. I don't think there's anything saying that they can't be both. Got a little bit more part on his wings up here, and then I'm going to take a look at a different color and see. I am almost. I don't want to say I'm scared to do it. The gold wings. I just think a gold accent would look better. But hey, I'm not a professional or anything. So if somebody's watching, which I don't believe they are, if somebody wants to say something about how if gold is an accent color or not, that'd be great. Let me know. Oh, I like how striking this blue is too. I missed quite well. I didn't miss quite a few spots, but it's hard to see on his lower half. Mhm. The inside of his calf. Missed that earlier. I didn't miss it. I'm going to apply more paint. No, I did miss that part right there. That is a hard part to get to. So that's one bad thing about this paint is that like if you don't brush it in, it will be pink. There's no doubt about it. It will 100% be pink. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going for this blue, and so getting deep in like crevices and stuff is the problem. I think we might do white next for the wings and see how that goes. We'll do the white first, and then we'll color the extra wings bronze. I need to grab my other reclusion, not reclusion, sorry, prosecutor, and see how I did the rest of the details, like his chainmail colors I did for his spear. That sort of jingle jangle jingle. Oh, I really like how it just catches every once in a while and it'll flash blue. And I love that. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for a bit. Paper towel. Here's my other one. We'll use as reference. And we might actually, instead of doing the reclusions, we might just do a little Griffhound here. I don't know what colors a Griffhound is, so I need to look it up. Um, good benefit of working at my computer. I have a picture of reference on my phone, I believe. Okay. Okay, he's kind of like this gray. I'll paint him like a silvery, I think. And maybe tone it down with like a little bit of brown. Maybe I'll go brown first and then the silvery, just to see. Um, yeah. Um, I think we'll go brown next for the spears, the spear tips. I need to get more brown. Had a accident with this brown, my leather browns Warhammer Army Painter speed paint, and it popped and went everywhere. So now I have to get more brown at some point. Get a little bit more there. All right. Not that one. We'll get, yeah, we'll get this brush for the brown. Make sure that this does not pop off. That would be sort of disastrous to get that sort of stuff on. Oops. That's the part. I'm not used to models being this tall. All right, there's that one. We'll do the other side. I want to say that there's no other. No, okay. I was about to say. I was going to say. Want to say that there's no more brown, but there's the scabbard for the swords that they have, and it's brown. Or I paint them brown. Hmm. I don't know. Putting a little bit more on his backside here. All right. A little bit more on the top here. That's me. I'll sit a model down and be like, oh, wait, I missed a spot. And then pick it back up. Paint it a little bit more. Oh, no, I missed a spot. Pick it back up. Constantly be going back and doing colors again instead of just a one and done type thing. That's just how I am. I'm insane. All right. I think next we're going to go for the bronze. Um, if I had something that I could do to do the paints, let's say the paints. Or not the paints, like I wanted to do like a flashcard that had the different kinds of paints on it. Kind of want to go back over the original model or the one I painted earlier, like a couple days ago, and just add a little bit more blue to him or of the main color. Sparkling pink flash. I know I just did another. I did another layer earlier, just a moment ago. But I'm going to do another layer, just to bring out as much as I can. It's almost like I kind of like just doing like a dry brushing kind of the. Oh, I dropped the brush. Oof. Let me clean that off. Kind of just doing a dry brush, sort of. It's not exactly that, but it sort of feels like it. All right, let's get the hands, and then go back over the chest and the shield, and just kind of spread the paint around. It's kind of like a gemstone blue, I guess, like a sapphire, but not like as bright as a typical sapphire. um, what else? What else? What else? Do the silver. We'll do bronze next. Rough iron. I really like rough iron. I painted a minotaur from the Space Marines, and it's basically just all rough iron. Very little anything else. Now the caveat is here is that I've got to paint um, the wing parts. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of difficulty closing this because there's so much built up paint. Um, yeah, see, there we go. I'll keep this and put it into a. I have a pill bottle full of. I have a bottle full of different like shadings of different colors, paint chips basically, and it's pretty good. Sorry, just taking a drink. It's getting to be pretty full. But yeah, like just use this brush again, wet it, and so we'll do the iron or the rough iron here and on his weapon up here, and that will be gold later. Anything else for him that I see is gold? I don't really see anything. Let's see. What else? What do you got? No, nothing really. Nothing else. Just the tips. Okay. And like I said, his what's it called? His wingtips are going to be orange. I don't know if that'll work, but we will find out now, won't we? If it does look gross, I mean, worst case scenario is I can just repaint it. So I am not worried about anything. Uh, I'm thinking maybe I do for the what's it called? The trident here. I'm thinking about doing the same color that I'm doing my reclusions, which is kind of like a teal or like a. It kind of reminds me of underwater stuff. So that's something interesting for me. Uh, you are almost finished. Give that time to dry while I see like the reclusions. I'm thinking something like that for the end of the trident, since it's more like when I think of tridents, I think of like oceanic weaponry and stuff. And like I said earlier, I was like, I'll miss something and I'll pick up like a brush and just redo something I missed. I missed the scabbard on this guy already. It needed to be like the leather brown, and I missed it. And now, I don't know. I'll do it silver first. See how I like it. No, I'll do the. It's called Brilliant Dragon Flash or something like that. Uh, and now we'll do the wingtips in bronze. This is some of my favorite parts where I can just like lather the paint on. Then go back and pull out all the details. This would be almost where dry brushing is preferable because you can just like paint them with one color. You know what? That's actually maybe what I do. Instead of like painting them just pure uh, gold, I'll do a like a dry brushing of gold and see how much of it sticks. But this bronze is there we go. I'm not worried about too much about going over into the wings. And just cover up all the mistakes and stuff when I over it with go over the wings with the white. Worst case scenario is it just seems to bleed in together. I missed that right wing. I haven't touched it at all. That bronze is looking real nice in contrast to the blue. I'm not keeping it because I want the eyes to be drawn to the wings. So I do think the gold is going to be the better choice here. I'm not used to so much spiky bits. It's a good thing I won't be playing Chaos anytime soon with all those spiky bits. It definitely does go on better on the top of the wings than the inside. Maybe just they're more pronounced on the top. Um, Bella? Wing loose? Nope. Okay. All these Sigma models are push to fit, push fit, push to fit, push fit models, and I like that. I like that a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Kitbash and my Space Marines. Now, What is he standing on? It kind of looks like a pillar, like the other guy is. So I'll paint it the same color as I did the other one. Sort of this bronze color, like it's a gate or something. That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. Is that it's a gate, and it'll stay bronze. As to not be like I'm not painting it gold or anything like that, but it's just try to keep the eyes away from it. All right. Oop. All right. What colors do I need? Skeleton bone for some of their what's it called? Details on the like loincloths. Yeah, their loincloths and their it's not purity seals, but it's just like pieces of parchment. And we'll get a different brush for this. And it's like this guy here has a big loincloth in between his legs. Just. All right. I don't mind being a little bit sloppy with my first layer. I can always just go back and fix whatever mistakes that I made. And like the first layer always kind of looks a little bit choppy in my well when I paint. But this guy's loincloth, and sorry, I'm turning the model upside down so I can get more of a better angle. Yeah. And then he's got a little bit of paper right there. We'll grab. I don't think that's a purity seal. It looks awful close. I mean, obviously it's not because the purity seals are from 40K, and this is not 40K. This is Age of Sigmar. All right. This brush has seen better days, and so I probably need to do something with it. It's like the only brush that's like starting to fray. I use it the most. I'll do a little bit of white for my wings. I don't think that's enough white paint, but we will find out. We'll grab this one first, and we'll start by painting these wings. Very carefully. Wings are kind of intimidating to me because of every time I look at like a Mortarian model, the wings are just crazy. And Mortarian's just you could tell that I'm more of a 40K player than an Age of Sigmar player. Up this backside here, we'll probably need to do a couple coats of this white to really get the brightness that I want. But I'm trying very gently to get into the corners. Sorry, gonna keep it on camera. I guess it could be worse. I could be humming something else, in my opinion. Did I just do the inside? Okay, I did the inside and the outside of one wing. So, just getting ready to do the other side. I'm not too worried about how it like it's a little. You can't tell, but I can. Now it's the tricky part of getting into all these little nooks and crannies. I'm gonna have to take it off camera for a second. Get that. Yeah. Yeah, we get to go. We'll go back over that in a few moments. Grab the other guy, paint his wings, and then take another crack at him. Get all the nooks and crannies. I don't know if I want like a bright white, but I don't know if I want like a dull white because they're like, on one hand, I think of these Stormcast are like very bright, colorful, or not bright, but very silvery, very medieval esque type. But on the other hand, I'm like, well, they're in the middle of battle, so I don't quite know on how I want to go forward with those guys, or these guys, I should say. All right, do a little bit of touching up on that side, and then we'll let it dry while we tackle the outside. I'm just letting nice big strokes. I had a big debate with myself on whether or not I was going to paint these guys the wings skeleton bone or not. But white won out in the end because I think of white angel wings and these guys. I mean, you can't tell me they don't look angelic. I'm sure if you could paint them, you could paint them to ooh, and that's fine. Just knock a little bit onto my model. Alright, more there for now. I guess let's try to get that a little bit of that off. Yeah, it's dried. Alright, whatever. We'll just go back over it with a little bit of that, and it's perfect. All right. Okay. Just keep finishing up the wings. We will do the outside first on this guy. I'm getting it a little over into the spiky bits here where he is. Just, and I don't really care because the white's one of the easier colors to cover up. It'll be brighter, and hell, who knows? Maybe I like it. Yeah, let's do the bottom parts or the inside of the wings now. Let him dry for a little bit. We'll attach this one back up. Do a little bit of whitening. Like I said, we will have to go back over all of my. I should have painted the white first and then gone over it with the bronze. But you know, you live and you learn. And we'll have to go. We'll have to do another coat of pink flash. Is that what I called it earlier? Yeah, I'll have to check. Bella fucking shit. That song stuck in my head. I just think the way that guy does it is perfect. Like his execution of it is great. His idea is funny. Funny proximity chat is one of the best features of Warzone, in my opinion. Well, let me iterate. It's better. It's great if people don't abuse it, but you know, calm bands are a thing for a reason, boys and girls. All right, hit this other wing a wee bit more. I'm just not happy with how the how white I can get this. Maybe it's good that I have that like the it's not perfect. It looks more feathery that way. I don't know. I need to grab a brush and fix the brown back here while I'm thinking about it. On his scabbard. And do you have a scabbard? You do. Get the scabbard and get the uh, hilt. Not the hilt. Yeah, right. Yeah, the hilt. Yeah. That's good. Drop that brush over there. I'm gonna take a drink. Doo-doo-doo-doo. This lamp that sits behind me is so hot. Hey, actually, that helps a lot. You see now? Yeah, not better, but oh, I'm gonna do a lot more gold onto him. So I need to paint more bronze. Actually, the more I think about it. All right, is that yeah, that's good enough. I guess say bronze. I'm gonna paint his. No, let's go back. Well, nah, we can fix it later. He's got little. They've got little accents up here, and his is gonna be gold, so they'll be bronze now. I paint bronze rough iron before I paint the red, or not the red, the gold, and it makes it look really good. in my opinion. It's how I thought. It was how I was taught. All right, and go back over a little bit with that. Make sure we cover it up there. Da-da-dum-dum. Yeah, everything's good to go on him. Do you have any gold on you? I might do. I'm gonna do orange for his accents, so I don't really need to do anything else. It's gonna be this bright. Apparently, it's called Harvest Orange, I believe. Yeah, apple barrel paints. Yeah, yeah. All right. I think I'll probably go. I think I need another layer of. Go back over this with the pink flash or whatever it's called. Just do another layer of it. Fix any of the mistakes from earlier's paint getting onto the places it doesn't need to be. Well, I guess that is kind of a good point. It doesn't seem to be covering up um, mistakes very well. Like, I guess this is more of like a translucent color, and I mean that sort of makes sense. See, like it'll go on very well, but it's not covering up the mistake that I made earlier, which is disappointing, but fine. Which means I can't make mistakes ever again. All right. Do you want to just do the orange? Let's just do the orange. Get it over with. Just a wee drop. Oh god, that is real orange. I'll show you guys. That is real orange. And just this is the one. So just yeah, that's real orange. Oh well. I mean, I'm happy with it. That's why I picked up the color. Yeah, you can see it does not need any help getting onto this. And it's going to take a couple coats, though. That's for sure. And just do one very loose, get it kind of everywhere. Oh no, I'm painting on my desk. Yeah, this first coat is going to just be more of a, kind of looks like fire, sort of. I mean, we have to wait until it dries to see how it really turns out. But, yeah, it likes to pool in certain places. So that's a nice to know. Yeah, after a couple good coats of this, these these accents on the wings will be fully orange. I think- Yeah, the sergeant's accents are bigger. Huh. I mean, that makes sense. Get down here, be nice and gentle, and then slowly make my way up, getting as much as possible. Water to help out the process. Mhm. This side's painted first, so let's try to get more there. Maybe I leave it this kind of jack-o'-lantern color. Not make it like a hard orange, just a little bit of accent. I don't know. I do want to get it at least to be covered. It does not feng shui bring, or no, feng shui is the way the room is. There's an episode of American Dad. Maybe it's a no, it's not American Dad. It's what's it called? Family Guy, where Lois goes through this whole thing where she's on a crazy about how if it doesn't bring joy, then get rid of it. And that's kind of the whole vibe I'm doing, getting there, where it's like, oh, it doesn't bring joy. It doesn't bring joy. Um, a little bit of, well, got a little bit of the orange on the other dude. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the Dragon Flash, which is like this. It's supposed to be, yeah, it's called Dragon Flash. It's supposed to be this gemstony color, and it's not really. I mean, it is. It's just more of a like a teal to me. I'm not complaining. I like it. It's very, very, very good. I like it. But yeah, the we'll use this brush for it. Kind of, I'd use this for rust, honestly. That seems like a really good idea. It's using this particular paint for like a rust color. Because it does decent. I think it does take quite a few coats before it's good. But I mean, it is craft paint from Walmart, so can I really complain? Does its job. We'll wait, let that dry a little bit. I'm trying to give the orange more time to dry before I go back over it. While we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and paint the little griffin here. I'm gonna go a little bit of brown, and then touch. We're gonna basically do his whole thing in brown, and then touch up and do his more like accentuated layers with his fur up here, like a silverish. So the whole thing's gonna be brown. And he's gonna turn more silvery. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the big one though. That's my problem. The Stormcast or Skaven Tide box, which is what this is. It's the Stormcast Eternal side of that box. Um, it's the but I don't know what I'm going to do with the big guy on a horse. I can't remember his name, and I'm not gonna like pretend I do and say, "Oh, I knew that all the whole time." But he's got armor on, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. The little like griffin hound things, what they're called. Yeah, and his all of his silvery bits are gonna get a good brushing of silver once this dries. And then I'll paint the his hood, his armor. I'll paint it bronze, and then gold. So he will turn out, and he will look very majestic, in my opinion. Well, all right, let's do another bit of orange. Hey, Greg. Just chilling, painting some Stormcast Eternals. These are particularly prosecutors on the box. I need to go back over that with a white, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's going slow. Some of this hobby craft paint from Walmart is not made for the models, but it looks pretty damn good. So, you know, that's the sacrifice I'm willing to make. I did this side, so I'll just continue down here, doing multiple layers. And then after I do this layer, I will touch up the sergeant's trident. We're painting. Yeah, I'm not huffing too much about it. It's just the way this stuff works. And I mean, I could get the correct orange, but I'd rather pay like what it's like. I think it's like $2 for this big size bottle, and then it's like 5 for that. And you can definitely see the difference on the amount of paint you'll get. Now, this doesn't go on as good, but I have more of it, so I'm not. It kind of evens itself out. But yeah, I like the orange. It's turning out really good. Even if it doesn't go full orange, I couldn't figure out how to get this particular stream to go on Twitch. Um, but yeah, I do try to. I do stream most of my video games over there. I think I might have to stick with this for if I continue to stream painting. Um, uh, but for the most part, Twitch is where I stream the most, and it's the same name, Rental Parasite. Um, all right, couple more bits and pieces. I don't want it to pull up too much in one spot and be more orange than somewhere else. So that's something I got to look out for. I'm gonna get a little bit more wetness and take whoa more. See, that's kind of like the look I'm going for. Again, I'm painting my table more than I'm painting the well, just as much as I'm painting the models. But again, I am not a single bit worried. Gives it character. You should get a box of storm head. Um, I am a night owl. I got off work a bit ago. I say a bit ago, but I got off work at like 10, or not 10. It's 10 now. I got off work at 7:30. Came home, did a little bit of housework before starting this project. Need to clean off that brush a wee bit more. Just let that dry, and we'll use this one as our teal. I don't know. It's not really teal, but it's dragon flash. Ooh, a second layer of that does perfect. Just let that dry. I gotta do the outside. Oh, I really like how that's turning out. Yeah, you can definitely see. You play it. These are Warhammer, but they're not there's two types of Warhammer. Three, if you want to get technical. So these are Sigmar, which is kind of in the middle. There's the Space Marines. I usually paint so much of my green ones that you'll see. That's Warhammer 40K. And then there's Old World, and I haven't dabbled anything into Old World, and I don't plan on it. Hell, I didn't plan on getting these, and yet here we are, 10 o'clock at night, painting Age of Sigmar models. These are for this is particularly Stormcast half of the Scaventide box, and a buddy of mine gave me a really good deal on them, so I couldn't pass it up. It it is. The painting part is a lot of fun for me at least, and the playing part is a big part. I enjoy the playing part more than I like the painting part, if I'm being honest. And with the stuff like this, it's real easy. This game, we can you can borrow minis from people. You don't have to paint your own. Or if I ever get real good big money, I'll just have multiple armies that I've painted. I like the painting aspect of it a lot, so I have no problems. I'm thinking if I can get decently at it, I'm gonna start commissioning and paint other people's models. Um, Probably not with this cheap ass hobby paint, the craft paint, but yeah. Oh, that's going on there real good now. Yeah, it's a plan. I mean, I've been thinking about it. Ooh, that's no. I was gonna say the orange started to bleed into the white up here, and I gotta stop that and drop all of my paintbrush into the floor. Try to clean that off real quick. I'll have to touch up the wings when I get finished. That's what happens when you work with too wet of a paint. Yeah, we're good to go. But his accents are orange and they don't want to seem to go on very well until they go on somewhere white. That's actually something I should have done. I should have just painted it white and then gone over it with the orange, and I think it would have come out a lot better. But hey, hindsight is 2020. The problem I have with um, painting other people's models is that um, there are better painters out there than me. A lot of the people that I know and are friends with and play Warhammer with, they're a lot better painters than I am. Oh, taking a break to take a drink. Letting the orange dry, letting that dry. We're gonna do a little bit of bronze on the little Griffhound's face, and then we're gonna do the bronze, and then we'll paint the gold. What's this? All right, little bit of the bronze goes all along. Oopsie daisy, that's way too much. Is it this weekend? Yeah, that's. I don't know if I'll be able to go. I do have work, and then one of the days, my uncle and I are going to go watch the new Deadpool movie. So I don't know what day though. So I might go to it. I just don't know yet. I've been really into like bluegrass here recently, actually. Like the more here more recently, I've been more bluegrass than anything. I've been listening to a lot more country music and stuff like that. So yeah, we've I think we've been to the same amount of music on mains, which is close to two. I've been to the last one that they did, and I haven't been. I've been to that one we went to, you and I, but I haven't really been to any other ones. You shouldn't be a recluse. You should enjoy your environment. Okay, what else? Wait for bullet to dry, orange to dry. Oh, that teal. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with that. Like, it's not teal. I don't know what color that is. It's like a blue green. That is teal. I don't know. We could do gold. on the wings. Thank you, Chloe. I know I'm cool, but you keep lying to me about it. Maybe one of these days I'll believe it. I'm gonna do a little bit of touching up on the gold while we wait for more of the orange to dry, and then as we do a coat of gold, we'll do a coat of orange, and just back and forth until it looks good. And there's a lot of different pieces. We'll start on this model actually because he has less gold. That is a lot of paint. So we'll just do a little smattering of gold along his spearhead. But yeah, so this is the for a game. Um, it's Age of Sigmar is the whole, but specifically these are like the quickest way to get into it is it's called spearheads, and it comes with just enough models to put them on the tabletop, and then if you want to get more models to go to like 2K or 1K points, which is usual typical games, you can, but you just have to buy more models. But apparently, this game mode is great. Everybody's ranting and raving about it online. The guy I watch paint, the one I get most of my ideas and stuff from, Eons of Battle, loves it. And I have yet to play a game. Um, I have people to play with. I'm in hobby debt right now, Greg. You get like that where you have like way too much shit to do all the time, and you have like you're spoiled for choice basically. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get some water on these so this gold goes really well. No, no, you're not a loser. You get the hobby debt where you have like you want to play Path of Exile and you want to play Elden Ring and you want to do all this stuff, but there's not enough hours in the day. You know what I'm talking about. That gold's coming on really nicely. It's a bit extra in my opinion, but I mean, 40Ks. Yeah, yeah. See, I knew you'd get it. I'm not like talking out of my ass or something. I'm not even like to play video games all day. Like I've got oh, oh boy. I don't want to be judged. So, I have like 25K points of salamanders which are just all green. I still have to paint these three and this so these two squads, this guy. Oh, fuck! A little bit of came off of my hand, but it's fine. This squad, I have a Lord Terminus model to paint. I have a Lord Vigilant, I think, and then I have the big guy that comes in the box. I have so much stuff that I need to paint, and I have another whole army that I want to play and build for 40K. There is not enough hours in all the day. Did I? Okay, I was about to say, did I get the right one to paint gold? Making sure that I didn't just pick up a different one. I'm really liking that. It's again, it's the gold tips. Oh, that looks really good on camera. No, there is enough tutorial videos on painting and everything out there. Um, I think, I think tutorials are one of the few things that we need less of in the world because there's so many. Like, if you search up how to paint Warhammer 40K models or how to paint miniatures, you will find 1,001 different people posting about it, and that's fine. I think people should post more individual, like oh, I painted this one or how I painted this one. See, I was going to have a card that had all the names of like what I painted, like what colors I used and stuff like that, but I got really lazy and decided not to do that. But I might do it next time. But yeah, that gold, oof, it's looking. I'm loving it. I'm glad I did that, and I'm glad nobody was here to talk me into it or out of it. Market, yeah, market saturation. You get it. Yeah, see, Greg, you're so smart. You get everything. You're so smart. Um, oh, but I'm really liking this gold. Actually, I might no. Don't go back and repaint your models. Finish the whole army first, and then go back. But yeah, like even that. I mean, it's the Stormcast are supposed to be gold, and I'm making like a big, big jump in saying that I'm doing mine in these silly Walmart ass craft paints. And I mean, like I could post a video about how they did that, and you know, make a time lapse of this video of me like actually painting them and post it with me talking over it instead of the actual like conversation you and I are having. But like, I don't know. I am not the best painter out there, and I don't claim to be, and I don't want to be because there's so many good artists. A couple of my favorites are like Squidmar. If you want to like continue to watch stuff like this, he's so good. He's based out of a different country, I think Sweden. I could not tell you off the top of my head. That's gold there. There's one right there and there. But the one I watched the most is Eons of Battle. I really like Jay. He does some crazy shit. Like, granted, his Black Templar army is like huge. Um, but yeah, it's hard to keep this thing on camera and paint at the same time. I think there's just a market saturation for anything. There's too much of everything in the world right now. Not like too much of everything, but like you look up challenge videos or one of the worst things in my opinion is like battle passes for video games. Ever since Fortnite got away with it and it did really well for Fortnite, every game has a battle pass. Every game has a form of that sort of content. And I mean, sure, I mean, it gives you free rewards just for playing games. And half the time, I don't even bother it. Time lapse are cool. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if I do stream, if I do a time lapse of like a tutorial on how to paint these guys, I would not be, I would do a time lapse, but I would describe it, what I was doing as I was doing it. Like, I'd rewatch it and record myself watching it and like pausing it and talking about stuff like that. I don't know. This orange did not do very well. Maybe. But I mean, they can't all be bangers. Yeah. Kind of like a reaction videos. Those, again, oversaturation of the market there of the reaction videos. But yeah, just sort of like something like that. Where I mean, kids watch way too much YouTube anyway. Like, I don't know. It's not. Maybe it's just not even a kid thing. Like, I enjoy a good old fashioned. It's just easier to find things on YouTube than it is like something to watch. Like, I don't know. I'm in this mood where everything is kind of like not bad, but I can't. I'm gonna. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop with the orange, and I'm gonna go back over it with a red paint and see if that does any better. And if that doesn't do any better, I'm going to cry a little bit, a lot of it. Make sure I've got enough orange. Yeah, that craft paint, that orange craft paint didn't do very well. I mean, maybe need to thin it or something better, but you live and you learn. All right, let's paint a little bit of gold on the little hound here. All right, his little head. Paint his little mask. But that's if, yeah. I'd do something like that. I don't plan on it. I'm gonna do a little bit of skeleton bone. Once this gold dries, I'll do skeleton bone on his beak, just because I like the bone. And then we'll do just a brushing the silver on him. I don't know if I want to do red. His accents are red. The prosecutor that I did earlier, his wings are purple and his things are blue. Like his wings did really well. Like the accent on the purple. Yeah, and I mean, that's fine to me. I whoops. There's a lot of little specks all over. All that is all paint. Um, I'll have to go back and clean it. But everyone kind of have their own little thing, little TV show. And I mean, again, it's just like we were talking about earlier. Everything is oversaturated in the market. Like, oh, there's a TV show for everything. Like, I think that's a good reason why I'm drawn to like YouTube instead of like trying to watch a new TV show or something like that. Is because it's like a TV show. It doesn't catch my attention in the first like I don't know 30 minutes or so, or first 10 minutes or so. I just get bored. But that just could be because I'm like ADHD at this point, or I'm always ADHD. Ugh. I don't want to give up on the orange. Hmm. Oh, I just touched more paint. That's fine. All right, let's push you to the side. You're starting to upset me. Let's just focus on the one we are doing good with, and just yeah. It's everything just gets faster and faster and faster, and I need gratification now. So give me what I want in now. I don't want to wait. Show me the funny haha now. I don't want to build up to a joke. That's why I mean like I used to watch like all kinds of TV shows when like I was a kid before like uh before mainstream media, before really the internet. And you know, I remember watching The Simpsons like as a family every day or every night at 7 would come on. And now you can just stream it anytime and anywhere. I mean, like, yeah, that's great, but then you just finish the show. So it's like, what do you watch then? And I appreciate that some places are doing it where it's like, oh, we're releasing once a week. But then it's like, oh, great. And I have to wait a week. And with the instant gratification that every other TV show gives me, it's like, okay, well, I've lost interest in a TV show that makes me wait. Like I can watch every episode of Futurama before the next episode comes out. I think no, Futurama's doing their whole thing. I don't know if they're. I think the newest season just came out, like the 27th. I don't know. I'm not trying to advertise Futurama here. Drink. All right, so we're just waiting for him to dry. We're gonna do a dry brushing silver. I need to grab my silver. Yeah, we can do the silver there. Oh, I really wanted the orange to work. Mm. Maybe we just need more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, yeah, Friends is a classic, but I guarantee you nobody's watching it like they did the original time when Friends first came out. They had to wait the week before it came out and stuff like that. Nobody watches it like that. They could watch the entirety of Friends, all however many seasons, immediately. There is no waiting. There is no um, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like lineup. So like in the winter you'll have different shows that come on, and in the summer you'll have different shows. So it's all just strange. Yeah. Well, that's good. I like having old stuff at my fingertips, so you can watch classics. My dad and my uncle are watching Bob Ross. I think either currently or later tonight. Hey Sylvia. Um, I am having trouble putting this orange on, but we're talking about how technology and stuff gets is just kind of like overwhelming at this point, where it's you can have everything at your fingertips all the time, and so it kind of just I am for the golden age of television, where it's just more or less more along the lines of you get to wait for this next season to come out. Okay, this one's just starting to go on now, so I'm not gonna get sad. I just gotta watch that white. I think it just I don't know, maybe. Ah, I'm gonna keep going on different parts and see if it turns out. But it's not a bright orange that I thought it was going to be. It's more of like a dull orange, which is fine. But we were talking about like how we used to watch The Simpsons as a family back in the day, like in lineups of TV shows that would come out in the winter and ones that comes out in the fall, and you'd have to wait for the season basically, and like of what it comes out. Like all animation domination, all those things had the same like kind of release date and stuff like that. Look at my plate. Let's brush on primer. Here's my plate, metal, silver. Find a place for it on my palette. A little drop there. Uh-oh. You stopped up. And get a knife. Poke a hole in that. Oh. What in the world? Oh, okay. I don't need to have a knife. I just need to take the top off. Reshake this. And put that in my bottle. I don't know what I'm going to do with the old paint chips yet. Probably eat them. Oh yeah, it's like you remember TV guides as like whew, such a waste of paper in my opinion, but kind of necessary, kind of not necessary. Stream's going okay. I couldn't figure out how to do it on Twitch, so it looks like I'm going to keep it here. Um, and just keep to playing video games. This is the problem. See, this is what I give myself so much shit for, is finding these little places underneath like all the layers of um, paint and stuff. And everybody's like, "Oh, you can't see that from 3 feet away." Yeah, but like when I pick up the model to look at it, I see it every single time, and that's how I feel about that. But well, I have never been able to spell. Um, so autofill and auto spell does works wonders for me, but that's because I'm an idiot and don't know how to spell. I know how to read. I just like to joke that I don't know how to read. I'll tell customers that come into the grocery store all the time that I don't know how to read. Mostly because it's funny to see their faces. I'm really liking that gold tip. I'm glad. And like I said earlier, I'm so glad that nobody was able to here to talk me into it. We're out. Yeah, I've told you that constantly. I can't read. God damn it. This orange is not going on. Ah. Just, maybe you need to thin our paint some more. I don't know. Oh no! It's too thin. I really wanted this orange to work. That's the only reason I bought the orange was for this particular prosecutor. I say out of pocket shit all the time. Usually it doesn't get me in trouble. There's been a couple occasions that's gotten me in trouble. If it stays that color, I'd be happy. That's an orange I like. But it won't. It'll dry, and I'm upset. I think I would just have to keep it this orange and just live with it. It'd be a fun conversation piece. I don't know how to do colors. Maybe if it was like a neon, I need to get a neon orange next time. Is what I need to get. Sylvia, Greg here plays Elden Ring, and he was the one that was going to carry me through the game. And then Greg, Sylvia here is one of my friends that I play with on a constant basis, and we are currently playing through Elden Ring, and I think we just got to Lindell. Yeah, because we beat the Draconic Tree Sentinel after like 100 attempts at the. I know you did. You were telling me about that. You OD'd. Oh yeah, we need to do a little bit of silver. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna dry brush. Take most of it off, as much as I can off, and then that's not a dry brush rental. That is just straight up painting silver. You get to the last boss, the Elden Beast? Hell yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and paint it silver. Did you beat it? I can't see. There's a heart in the way for some reason. Melania. Oh, you got to the last boss and Melania. Okay, that bit. I've played three different playthroughs, and I'm currently on my third, and I have still not fought or found or gotten to Melania. I'm close on my last one. Mirandering. Yeah, that's how it goes. When you have everything at your fingertips all the time, you're spoiled for choice. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of the same way where I rarely beat games. I think on PlayStation there's only two games that I've ever platinumed, and one of them is Rainbow Six Siege, and it's not a game you can beat. He's turning out pretty good. He's a little good boy. I'm gonna name him Frank. Sebastian. I always okay. I have a question for you guys. When you name something, like you're just throwing out a name, like, oh, this is a name for like an avocado you find at the store, or you see a cat on the side of the road. What do you name it? My go-to is always Sebastian, and I don't know why. I think it's because of Sebastian Stan from the what's it called? Uh, Marvel Marvel movies, and we all stan Sebastian Stan. Yeah, you don't have this. I don't have. I have the attention span for video games, but that's just because I've been playing them for years. I'll just sit down. You know what? Actually, no, I haven't been playing them in video games here recently. I've been more watching TV, watching movies, catching up on just random bullshit, painting. I haven't been I haven't been watching playing video games that much recently. Aside from like the very few times you and I have played Elden Ring, and I've played a bit of like COD here recently. Um, I just I'm just bored. Yeah, look, I don't know. I've put so much orange on these wings and so much orange on my table. Okay, that's gonna have to do for that. Yeah, work's getting to me too. Here recently, I've been kind of in a mood where I haven't really given too much care about my job here recently. It's just I've been kind of apathetic, I guess is the word, or it is the word exactly. I've been apathetic completely toward like my job. And I like it. I like my job. I like spending time with like being around customers and stuff like that. It's just I don't know. And then your little fingernails, we're gonna paint them. Oh yeah, your little fingernails are real nice there, Frank. Look at your little fingernails. Once that dries, oh, look at that. We're just an hour and 30 seconds in, and I'm finishing. I'm finishing a model. We finished a model. I'm just gotta let him dry. What else do I need to paint on the reclusions? I'm just gonna keep it. Oh wait, the silver for the spear on old orange here. You need to be done. Mm. Yeah, I'll probably be finishing streaming until I finish these guys, and probably I'm gonna probably put paint to reclusions. Um, I gotta figure out what I'm painting the axe colors, but I'm gonna be here for a while. Fuck. What else do I need to paint on these guys? A little bit of silver. I see. I keep doing that. I told myself I was going to do it, and I keep doing it. I keep messing up these little scabbards on the very end of the swords. The silvery bit there. But yeah, this guy's turning out. He's pretty good. He's decent. Like I don't know. I don't know if I like the gold wings anymore. Yeah. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine, Sylvia. I sent you the link. I was gonna wait and see if he's like, hey, you want to watch? But I decided against it just because you have your own life, and I was just going to paint anyway. You three are the only ones here. There's four people now watching. I don't know. Can I see who those are? No. Okay, that's fine. Um, yep, that's I can't. That's fine. Yeah, you can. You paint. Greg's a digital painter. Are you gonna put that? Are you gonna put clothes on that lady you painted? So disappointed in myself about the orange. Well, not disappointed about myself. I'm just disappointed in general about the orange. And that needs to be a dry bone. Subbed to me? Yeah. I ain't trying to make money off this. I don't really care if you sub or not, but I appreciate it. I will be sending any donations back with blood. So don't be trying to send me money. Paint a little bit more of him there. All right, so it looks to be mostly finished there. Don't want to do red eyes. Yeah, let me get my red. Just a wee bit. I love this red. It's pure red. Is what it's called. So let me get my Lee Twist brush. Is that over here? That's my biggest brush. This is my littlest brush. It's stuff on it. I need to clean it out. I only drink the finest paint water. So That's how we're getting through the day. Stay hydrated. Some of the big channels make bank from subs and Snapchats. Yeah, super chats, right? I thought you said Snapchats. I was like, oh. Red. I was doing the eyes. Um, a little bit of red. That's too much red. That's still too much red. And that's not enough. What the fuck is your eyes, bro? Doing this kind of like whole thing with our whole face is red and kind of like a glowing mask. I I use Snapchat. I only talk to like 2 people on it. Um, it's not enough red. That's too much red. Can't find the balance. There we go. Perfect. Super disappointed with how that orange turned out. No. All right. Yeah, you can see it way better on the computer. Yeah. The intention was for you, for me. I was going to share this with other people that paint that I know of, and just kind of like hang out and chill, and we all paint and hang out together. Um, it did not go that way because I decided against sharing it in the Discord that I'm in of other painters, mostly because people have got their own shit going on, and fuck it, I don't care. Little bit, like I said, they're all better painters than I am anyway. I'm not dissing myself. I'm just self-aware. Yeah, see, like, yeah, you paint, I paint. We just hang out. There's ways you can stream together on Twitch. Still couldn't figure it out. Oh, I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not going to. I'm almost done with these. I'm gonna paint my reclusions. I'm kind of sold on the armor color. I'm worried about my Lord Terminus and how he's going to look. I hope this trident is dry. It is. Is it dry? Oh, more of a like up here. That's way too much. There you go. Yeah, I'm not going to. I shared it with people I thought would watch. I shared it on Facebook. That's why Greg's here. But if he likes it, we'll paint together more often. I'll just don't know. I don't need to make a hobby of this and paint. Yeah, I don't need to be painting that much because these malls are expensive, and I put way too much pink on my brush this time. Yeah, you are here because you're special. I specifically sent you the link, and I sent Chloe, who's also here, the link. Chloe is one of my coworkers. She just I sent it to her to bug her, and she was watching earlier. I don't know if she's still here. I doubt it. She probably is because she's a nerd. But that's about it. She's probably not. But yeah, I don't know what time she got off work. That's my problem. I didn't ask. All right. Well, I gotta paint debris. Yeah, we'll paint this debris real quick. Yeah, you are supportive. That's why I sent it to you. What time did you get off work? Unless you're still there. Actually, no. Don't tell people. Don't put it in. Stalkers, man. Don't want your stalkers around, eh? Yeah. See. Well, yeah. You've been watching even when you were at work. So. Yep. Yep. Yeah. It's too late. Luckily, they don't know where we work at, so they can't stalk us. It's out on there. Right? Exactly. It's like, especially if you're like one of those people that constantly update and stuff. I use Facebook mostly for shit posts. And so 90% of what I post on Facebook is just bullshit. All right. Let's take a drink of good old fashioned paint. I fell back into my chair. All right, let's put some paint down on some reclusions. I think this guy is the sergeant. He is. So we'll put paint on him. I'm not doing anything special for him because I'm pretty sure these guys just go with um, the what's it called? Lord Terminus. It's very hard to keep it on the uh, on camera because it's like I have to put my arms way up here. Can I maybe adjust that? There we go. That's much better. I'm just now learning that. This isn't color special, color changing or anything. It's like a teal rust color that I like. I saw it and I'm like, I have to get that. And then it's going on real wet though. I need to dry it out a little bit. Like I said, the hardest part is getting it like under the legs and stuff. That's what gets me. Gonna do another sweep of his head, the back of his head back here. Shoulder plate is his other shoulder plate. His shoulder plate is covered. And then we'll do. Oop, that's way too much paint. That's a lot of paint. To his breastplate. And it's like Griffin or something. I had to do his shield up here on the top there, and then I gotta go around the bottom of it. I don't know what I'm gonna paint this guy's cloaks as. Um, it's like I'm a big fan of red. That's like what I usually paint my cloaks, but like that goes with green. But these guys are not green. I don't know what color goes with teal. Go with that dry, and we're gonna pick up the last one. Start painting him. We'll start up here at the head. Put way too much. Oh yeah, it's like it is like social media is insane for how much like you can just stalk someone. And I mean, it's a good thing because it's like it gives people the opportunity to know who they're meeting before they meet them and other stuff like that. And that's a good thing, but there are negatives to it too. It's like I don't need to be telling people or posting people about yeah, you don't even know stuff like I don't know. There's a lot of stuff social media is done bad, and there's a lot of stuff that it's good. It's like it gets. That's why I don't take social media seriously. I really don't. I don't take a lot of stuff seriously. It's part of my charm and personality. And this guy is looking more Atlantean than Stormcastian. He's out of frame, but that's on purpose because I need to grab these edges. I'm gonna move these paintbrushes. That's my problem. Oh, my neck's starting to cramp up. Yeah, the wings are cool. It's the gold ones turned out the best, and I'm really happy I did it. The purple ones are just like an extension of the purple that it's already on the model, so that's okay. And the orange it's very contrasting. Yeah, I think it contrasts a little too much, but I'm not like a color specialist. I didn't go to school for color or anything like that. I didn't go to school for anything. I'm not a nerd. Not trying to diss anybody's major or anything, but oh, the shoot bits. I'm just kidding. Alright. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the axes. I really don't on any of these guys. Like I might I might do like all the color here, bronze, and then paint this teal over it. Or I'll do the teal. I'll do the bronze and then the teal, see how it looks. On this guy at least. No, I'll do it on a different guy. So it has time to dry. I'll do it on this last guy. Let me go back over here. Oxidized copper. Yeah, that's sort of the way it. Yeah, I guess that's a better way of saying it. It's not teal. It's like oxidized copper. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn art students, always knowing more than me. Where in the he's got is he got two different cloaks on? He does. That's edgy as shit. But I mean, well, I wouldn't say edgy. It's just silly. Wouldn't it get warm? I guess if you're just a the lore behind these guys is the more they die, the more they come back, but they get less and less of their own humanity back every time they come back. So like the older Stormcast guys are just suits of armor, just like blood rage or blood angry all the time. And so that's pretty cool. But yeah, this is the one I've already finished and turned. It's green. It's green. So what did I say? We'll do the bronze first, and then the oxidized copper. It's, it's called Dragon Flash. Dragon Flash. So, but that's not really a real color. What? Yeah, she does have clothes. I like the clothes. That's really cool. Thank you for sharing that with me. Yeah, like I said, we'll do bronze here on the back of the axe. And that's way too much bronze. But I really want to see how this goes, and if it does well, I'll paint the Lord Terminus because I love the way the axe is, like the flames on the coming out of the axe. That's like part of the reason. Like these are my favorite models from the box. I don't know, and they also don't have a lot of gold on them, so. And then we'll do the front part just of silver. So we will see how that dries and see how it does. So I'm gonna figure out what my little sister sent me a picture, and I have no idea what it means. Uh, so this is the one I just painted. Yeah, I'll have to clean off my desk later. Look, gives a character. We finished the Griffhound earlier, so we can add that to the finished pile. Ah, you are. See, I have no idea what you're talking about. Those light parts on his head, I don't know. We'll put a little bit of. We'll put this parchment here. I just don't know what to do with the cloaks. I don't. And half of me wants to keep it black, and the other half wants to paint it a different color, and I don't know what color. Red, not orange, that's for sure. I don't know what color goes with oxidized copper. He's got lots of little like flaky shit all over his little looking body. A little bit there. I thought I saw another. Yep, right there. He's got that's a silver tabard. Anywhere else? No. Okay, we're gonna do another go. Those two with the oxidized and see what happens. Do another pass. it's going real close to my white, so I have to be careful and not mix the two colors. Yeah, I was going to send you a message, Grace, but then I decided against it because I didn't want to. You know what? I'm gonna do the oxidized copper first on this one, and then paint the bronze and see how that goes. I mean, worst case scenario, I just repaint the whole thing. So let's just go ahead and do that. You're not special. I didn't send you a link to it. You just had to find out through Facebook. You're not special. You know, I can see when you do that. Yeah, I can see when you do that. The like she liking the thing. I assume it's Grace, but or my little sister, local cat lady, who's not local. Grace, Sylvia's my friend. I play a bunch of video games with them all the time. Um, yeah. Oh, he's got dick tabards too. Yeah. Willow's watching. I give her 10 minutes before she's bored. Not even 10 minutes. 2 minutes. Little booger. She like my little men. She liked the purple one that I painted. I finished this one earlier, Grace. It's got gold tipped wings and a trident. So yeah, I've seen people use ink in their models, and it like dips into the recesses really easy. And I've wanted to try it, except I don't want to buy a like what 15 dollar bottle of ink. Yeah, I like the wings too. They look better in person. I'm gonna share a photo later with everybody that was watching. Um, so that way they can see how good it looks actually instead of just to this crappy $5 what's it called um, thingy webcam. He's got tampers all over him. Yeah, I can repaint. Yeah, the 100%. I've bought models offline that were already painted that I just repainted myself. Actually, I'll show you one that it my buddy that I bought all of my space when I first started into this hobby, I was getting Space Marines, and I bought a bunch of stuff off of a friend of mine. Here, let me grab it real quick. Where is it? Oh shit! Maybe I might be able to grab it. I thought it would be easier than this. Where is it? I know he's here. Oh, I think I see him. Yeah, I'll show you a regular one too. That's not him. What the hell? Oh, okay, I found him. I did really, really, really find him. So, um, here's like a regular Space Marine that I have, and you can see his shoulders are gonna be he's are black, and he's no he's green, but he was testing a paint of red, and I liked it a lot, so I just kept it on this one particular model, and he's the only one like it. Give it a minute to refresh. There you go. And so he's got a little like shield pauldron right here that you can put insignias on, but it's just all red. And he just used this one to test paints, and I've just not unpainted him. But yeah, I like that pretty much. I keep him. I'll keep him for as long as I have it, even if I do go back and repaint my models. All right. I think we need to go back with some more skeleton bone and get the rest of the parchment papers that are on these models. He's finished. This guy had some on his back. Is it gold? Is that gold? It was just a regular chain, so I'll make that just silver. There. And he had some here. That's one thing I really like about painting, like models like this. I won't be able to paint pictures. I'm just a really bad drawer. But just watching the model come together as I'm painting it is so cool to me. It's like filling. It's like colored by number, and then the numbers are really, really exotic. I say exotic. How did numbers become exotic? I say they stopped teaching Arabic numerals in school. Vote if you agree. They should stop teaching that shit in school. I said a dirty word. That's my stream. Come on. All right. I will go ahead and say that this axe will, the bronze will cover up the oxidized copper there. Um, I will go ahead and just point that out. I'm just, it's going to happen. I'm saying it's going to happen. Now, on the other side, where it's the bronze first, I can't say beep instead of dirty words. I can't. I physically cannot because I don't have a filter. It's your fault for letting your children watch such a prolific streamer, Grace. Bronze? No, the teal. Okay. Well, when it pulls up in the back, it does better. It looks better. I've just fucking ruined this table. Oh no! It wasn't dry yet. I mixed it into my teal or copper. Shit. Oops. Beep. Hmm. Okay. What's broken? Oh, the table. That's an old meme. That's like 3 years old at this point. I'm just kidding. I don't know how old it is. I don't know what color. What color goes good with that? I guess we can just do one of each. I'll do the red. I'll do red, red on the leader, black on one, and I don't know yet. Blue, maybe? Do, do, do. The problem here is that a lot of these little details you can't see until you put more paint on the model. And then by the time you put paint on the model, you moved on to a different color. And that is what I'm going to blame it on. A rainbow slime. I would need an assistant for that. So if I make a video like that, I would need Willow to help me. And I would. I also don't know how to make rainbow slime. Does anybody know how to make rainbow slime? Does Willow know how to make rainbow slime? I could just make something up, right? We were talking about it earlier. I do not. I refuse to do tutorials, and I will not break my stance on that for some 5-year-old fan. I refuse. I have morals and standards, and she can't tell me what to do. Dragon Quest. I am not sure. Ooh. Um, I'm sure you can get somebody to 3D print you one and then paint. But outside like licensed by who does Dragon Quest? I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know. I don't think that's going to work. Maybe I need to do it silver and then the bronze and see how that does. So let's grab another axe. Um, yeah, just 100%. Let's just paint the whole thing silver. Here. And then other side. More silver. I really want to get this right before I, I'm gonna paint both of his axes silver, and then I'm gonna paint one bronze, and I'm gonna paint the other one oxidized, and see which one I like better. I really want to get it right so I can get that lower terminus model right. I just, somebody said slimes, and I thought Dragon Quest. Yeah, typically, I don't know. When I think of slimes, I always think of like Grace used to do these like watch these old videos where they made slime. Grace watched slime when she was a kid. And I don't care if she tries to lie and say oh, I did it. No, she did. I, I don't know. It kind of looks okay. It's well, you still watch slime because you have a kid. You have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. I don't know what colors to paint. And we just wait for those to dry. I'm completely get like acid or something to remove this stuff off my table. Not acid, but that stuff. Let's while we're waiting for that to dry, let's do another round of the dragon flash on the flesh. Um, right here, especially right there at their legs. I'll have to go back over a lot of this model with silver. I don't know how a silver cape would look, if I'm being completely honest, and I'm half tempted to find out. But I don't think silver and oxide. I just painted way too much. I don't think silver and oxidized copper would be a good match. It's hard to tell the details in some of these things. All right, let's see. That's painted silver. That's painted silver. Is it dry yet? Not yet. Let's see. No, I want less silver on my brush. Did I just mix two different colors? Oopsie daisy. I think I just ruined. Oh, actually, maybe that. We'll see how the rest of it looks. We'll see how the rest of it looks, but I think maybe that. Actually, let's try something over here in the corner. A little bit of. Oh, that's a lot of that. Oops. All right, let's get a whopping little bit there. Um, mm and a little bit there. Wipe most of this off. You could just, yeah, let's just clean the brush. That would help. And then we mix the silver and the oxidized copper and see what happens. That's a lot of water. This is, I'm not good at painting. All right, let's see. Um, let's paint it here. Let's just paint the whole wax that color, eh? I think the silver overpowers the oxidized. Let's just add more, eh? Hmm. 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 It would be really helpful if I could remember which one of these I did and how I did it so that I could recreate it. So this one, it just looks like a silver axe. Not much going on there. To add a little bit of this teal stuff to the end. Teal, I keep messing up. It's oxidized copper. All right, leave that to dry. This one was bronze, and then the oxidized, and then a little bit of silver. And it, trying to see. It looks. It doesn't. I don't know. I can't. I can't. I can't tell. I really can't. Just paint the edge of the axe. Oh boy. Do these guys have names? Yes. These guys with wings are prosecutors. That's what they're called. Unless you're talking about specifically each individual one with a name. No. And these guys with the axes are reclusians. None of these guys have a name, individual names. I'm waiting for this silver to dry so I can see how good it looks. So I'm just go ahead and do another coat of this copper. It's really strong. Oops. Knocking my models together. Ooh, paint fumes. I'm not in a very well ventilated room. I've thought about it, and I do think I have a way of giving my guys names. I have a couple Space Marines with names, and they all have like little backstories that like the reason why they got their names and stuff. Um, but I'm planning on like getting like a piece of like just printer paper and printing out their names on the base here, printing it like off on a like list of, and then just taking that list, printing it off, and cutting out each individual name and putting it on the base of the person with the name. I have a dreadnought over that way. Uh, his name is Bartholomew. Can I vinyl their names? If you show me an example of something like the vinyl and stuff, then we'll see. But you realize that this is like not even an inch high. It's microscopic. It's maybe it's less than that little button right there. So it's tiny. So I don't know what the vinyling is, and I love you to death, my little sister, but asking you to do favors is like what trying to get a shot in the dark. Because if it does get done, great, but it could take months. Remember when I was trying to get you to print my my D&D mini, and it took you a long time to just to tell me that you lost the 3D printer. I'm not mad or anything. I just find it funny. Actually, okay, so we did the teal there. Is that dry? No, not yet. So what we'll do, I think what I'll do is I have this teal silver-ish paint thing, and I'll keep mixing it together. And I might do that and then put a little bit of bronze on the bottom. Uh, Send me a name. Um, Hard case. Um, yeah, here. That's a simple name. Yeah. Um, Hard case. Hardcac. Yeah. That's it. That's the name of one of my. This is the name of the Stern Guard Sergeant. I took a piece of his head off by accident when I was doing it, and yeah. So now we're just waiting for the silver to dry, uh, or not the silver, but the axes to dry. I'm gonna go ahead and do some more silver down here on his dick tabard, and just kind of like find all the little bits and pieces that are silver and put them on, put this on. Chest is supposed to be silver, so let's just do that. All right, he's done. Do they all have that? Yes, they all do have dick tabards. Put a chain there on the sword and in the middle of his chest. um, when I get this last one painted silver, I'll grab Hardcase and I'll show it to you guys. Some of them have certain names. I think only 3 of my Space Marines have names at this point. And that is because it's just I'm a big fan of like you have to do something to gain a name or something else. Like it's the clone names from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. It's like you have Hardcase, which ironically is a clone in that, but you have like Tups and Fives and stuff like that. So now I gotta find him. It shouldn't be too hard. He's somewhere. He's in this box. Is that him? No, that is a sergeant. Come on. This is the box I take to hard, not hard point, flashpoint. Fudge. I've been playing way too much video games. Where have I been taking my? Have I been taking my Stern card? Yeah. Oh, here he is. I'm crazy. But yeah, so his name is Hardcase because I took a chunk out of his head. You can't really see it well. But he's the sergeant of my Stern Guard veteran squad, and yeah, I painted it to like different colors to indicate that it's like closer, like different layers of armor. But yeah, he has a funny little story. I've got one called Bartholomew. All right, you dry now? You are. So let's just do a little bit, a very, 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 very little bit of bronze. Ooh, ooh, that might have been it. That might be it. Let's get some a little bit more bronze. Ooh, I think that is it. I think that's what we do. That's exactly what we do. Just a wee little bit of that bronze after we put the special mixture of the oxidized and silver together, and that is the Reclusion's axe. And to seal the deal, let's get Lord Terminus over here, and we'll do his axe because that's really what I want to do. So we'll do the whole thing in this special little mixture. Put it up here. Hey, Grace, what are you doing tomorrow? You're printing one of those things for me, obviously, but like anything else for tomorrow? I'm off and I don't know what I want to do. No, Greg, I'm not going running. Before you even ask. Ooh, I think I'll go. I called it. I called it. I knew it. I knew it was coming. Like I said it before. I was like before you even said it. I knew it. All right, we'll see it when that dries. Whew, I'm gonna be super happy with how that turned out. And then I'll just like dry brush a little bit of silver on the very top to make it look like a shine. Oh, if this turns out really well, I'm gonna be so happy. You got the run ready. Okay, yeah. All right, let's fix the rest of the axes in the squad since I did like the way that this one turned out. Just all over that. That one's already done because that was the one. Yeah, I told you. I mean, like I specifically said, I was like, "Watch, I'm going to say something before Greg says let's go running," because I called it. I'm psychic. You know what? Uh, what time do you go running? Because I mean, like I'm not getting up like in the morning to go running, but in like late afternoon after the sun is set. No, we don't run at night. That's silly. Why would you do? Oh shit, no, that's fine. Um, around 10. Yeah, see that's way too early for me. I'm getting out of bed at that point, and all my days off, I'm sure shit not gonna get up that early. Well, no, I have to get up the next couple days pretty early because I have 8 o'clock one day and 6:30 the next. So we could, yeah, I'll go later in the fall when it's not stupid hot. I need to work on my cardio. I'm getting kind of chubby in the middle. Oh, my reclusions. I'm gonna go ahead and paint this guy up. This should put a lot of time and effort into this little guy right here. This little guy. Lord Terminus was the this model is the one that sold me on the entire box. He is like the coolest looking model in my opinion, and I'm so scared that I won't be doing justice. Yeah, I've exercised before. He's got like a fur on him. I'm gonna do like a white fur because that makes sense to me. Like, I feel like hey, art student Sylvia. Um, does would do you think red would go well with this oxidized copper color? Actually, Jared told me a website to use called Coolers. It's like colors but cooler. So let me grab and go to that real quick. If it's still a thing. I don't want to buy ad block. And I messed that up. Coolers. Oh. It's like colors.com. Shit, I think that was it. No, that's not it. And yep, that's not it. That's just not it. I don't want to talk about it. That's just not it. All right. All right, we'll do a little bit of bronze now on the axe. Is it dry? No, not yet. So we'll just keep going on this color here, making sure that we got lots of it all over the bottle. And I'll probably do the rest of um, Lord Terminus here later. It's like 11:30. I'm gonna probably call it once I get this stuff done. You think a dark red? Yeah. I think a dark red and then like the white here, and then he's got a little bit of white on his back. I'm gonna test something actually. I'm gonna test. I have a sprue that I test all my color schemes that I should have been doing here now. Should have been doing recently instead of doing it on this. So we'll paint. I think we'll paint it bronze. One second. We'll paint it bronze. And now we gotta wait for this to dry. And then try red. And then see what red looks like on that. So we'll just give that a minute to dry. Wow. We see if this is dry. And it is. So we're gonna go ahead and just do that back of that fiery looking stuff. The back of the axe is in a bronze color. Oh, these guys are already like mostly finished. So I've yes and no. So Henry Calvo quit a lot of things to do that. And the last I heard, it's not doing too well. We can hold out hope that it does come do well, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. Also, if it's not done right, then we riot. All right. I think that's good for now. And like I said, we'll do a silver along that I got the, um, do a silver along the blade's edge so it looks sharper. All right, let's dry this brush off decently so the silver doesn't look runny. Guess what? It did anyway. All right. So, like I said, we're just going to test this last little bit. Go ahead and do the rest of the silvers. Let that dry a little bit longer. All right. This side. I will say this little color scheme that we came up with together looks better than on the smaller ones than it does the bigger ones. I can't even tell that I did any of the bronze on this one. I don't know if I did. So let me try it again. It's a subtle bronze. You know what? I have this. Ooh, ooh! Don't tempt me with a good time. I'm gonna have to figure that out somehow else. All right. I have this nuclear sunrise. Is this dry? No. Okay. I have this nuclear sunrise. All right. Let me get it. Let me grab it. Oh, I love this paint. It's a speed paint. Oh, I love it. I love it. Um, but it looks like this once it's fully done, and I think that is going to look really good on in the runes of the axe, the big axe here. I'm not gonna bother doing it on the little ones. I'm gonna do a little bit. Sounds well. Is that dry? I'm gonna do a little bit of white along just the edge of the Illusion's axe. Lord Terminus's axe. Give it this like white sheen when you look at it from a certain angle. Ooh, shit. I just wiped off a bunch of silver on my hand. Alright. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's looking pretty good. Is this dry yet? But yeah, do that nuclear sunrise. And then red on that bronze to see how it looks. Now we wait for that to dry. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to do it. Just a wee right now. Like I'm just shit. Need to get my other palette because this one's not good for this. Oof. I'm doing all kinds of taking the stops out. I'm gonna be real upset if this don't work. And it's all Chloe's fault. We'll just say it's Chloe's fault and move on with our day. Okay. Let's get this and a real wetness. So it just oozes into those things. You know what? Actually, it's actually this nuclear the sunrise looks pretty. We're not done with the reclusions. Okay. The prosecutors, I mean. Oh god, this stuff smells so funny. I'm getting high. Work in a well ventilated room, boys and girls. Okay. Getting no, I mean like yeah, I don't. Yeah. It's just it's a really strong alcoholic smell, alcohol smell, not alcoholic. Oops. And yeah, that brings out the orange. Hell yeah! It's all Chloe's fault that that works. I have to do a lot of cleaning to my brush though. Okay, that brought out the orange. It looks kind of reddish tinted, but that's just something we can live with. That's something I can live with. Okay. And did I say I was going to do it for the rest of these? Yeah. Okay, for this really cool, neat combination, we used like 5 colors, and it finally ended up the way we wanted it to. Come on. I need just a wee bit more. I don't need to get another whole little bit of bottle that. No, you should. Well, we won't be alone. Grace and Willow are here, and Sylvia's here, and there's no. It's just 3 people. Oopsie daisy. No, you're good. After I finish this, I'm going to end the stream because of I want to. I'm uh, I'm all done painting for a little bit, and no, I'm not done painting yet. I gotta paint just a wee bit. That stained my brush. Okay, just come off just like that. I'm gonna put a little bit more here, and we go back over this axe. Just the last little bit. No, we'll have to repaint some of that silver. But I think that turned out decent. All right. Um. Well, it would be a shame to waste all that red. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Let's just finish going over these wings with an actual brush this time. Why are you proud of me? Because I painted? I do this all the time. I have like 90 fucking models under my belt. I will have to go back and fix the wings because the speed paint went through and got some of the wings stained. But that is a small price to pay for something actually going all the way through. And we can do nuclear sunrise colored wings. And that dark red that I worked on earlier, it might work. I'd have to try it. But that is it for me. I'm going to let that paint chip dry. Paint trip dry. However, should cap my paints. And that's it. I will show the finished products. I'll send messages out later after I finish this wing. After I fix up this wing. Um, no, go onto the wing. I don't. What the fuck? That's better. All right. This top wing is really bothering me. It's just not going. There we go. Fantastic. We'll do touch up there on that wing. And that milestone. All right, that's it. I'm not painting anymore. Not tonight. Well, thanks. You guys have a good one. I'll send out pictures and stuff. Good night, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Justin Hendrick. What? 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 Oh, okay. Oh yeah. No, yeah. I don't know if you were here, but that orange went really well. I'm pretty happy with how that one turned out. The gold one, I'm happy. And my Lord Terminus, he needs more work, but that axe is exactly how it goes. That's a famous person right there. All right, I'm ending it there.